So here we have a tenderloin that is strapless. So where I'm holding right now, that's a big tendon. Usually there's a big piece of meat that just kind of drapes over that rest of the tenderloin. But this one came without it, so I was pretty happy when I found that out. So here I'm just removing the tendon that lies on the larger end of the butt portion tender. Removing that, be careful. And then this is going to be a restaurant style cut. So you'll see that I'm removing two other portions of the fillet. So you have two other sides of it. Generally, this is called the butt portion. It lies right on top of where you get the top sirloin. And then the rest of it kind of like tapers down. So when you get like a T-bone or a porterhouse, especially like the bigger end fillets of the tenderloin, you'll have on the other side another piece of meat. So this, in general, runs alongside on the other side of the bone of those prime other pieces. This being the best. So here I am flipping over, exposing the other side. Here there is a little bit more fat. So this is the part of it that was actually connected to the bone. On the other side you have that other connection that is connected to some flesh. As you can tell, it's a little bit different color. That different color is the color of the meat that actually, and tendons that lie alongside the bone. Like a really good example of it is if you have like a shoulder clod or the top blade, you'll see that big bark on there. That is muscle, tissue, tendons meeting, also another tendon, and so on and so forth until it connects to the bone. Here I am taking off the silver skin. This is a technique that I saw one day at a cutting test that I was doing. I was rather impressed when I saw this. So here is one of my attempts at doing it. What you're doing is pretty much just running and scraping the top of the meat that is connected to this tendon that we call the silver skin. See how it just kind of folds right off. I also used to do tuna tartare at a restaurant that I used to work at, and the executive chef that was running it taught me a technique to remove the tendon in the tuna. If you ever see how you have like that, the same type of lining through the tuna. So I was able to actually take little pieces off that looked like they were whole and cut it up for tuna tartare in like 1/4 inches. So here is a tenderloin tip that I just cut off. This will be a good idea if you wanted to invest in this, to give it a shot about making that for beef Florentine if you ever did want to make beef Florentine. So if you see those tenderloin tips in a grocery store at a discount, definitely pick it up. So it tapers off into the other end, and we will cut that into maybe one more fillet. And then the other pieces we will cut up into smaller fillets, like little petites, little 4-ounce pieces. Again, this is restaurant cuts, so this is the way that some restaurants will probably process a beef tenderloin. So we have here the rest of the tip. Gonna cut that up. Yeah, a couple more little fillets here. Yep, just like that. Yep. So like they like to make like little 4-ounce patties, and then little 2-ounce patties. So ones that I crush down, you can crush it down and make it into a burger. So if that's something that you're interested in, that's a good way to kind of make like a high-end, delicate burger, if you will. So here we have the larger butt portion. We have a little bit more silver skin on that we have to remove. I will be using that technique that the chef taught me. And again, like this would make a good beef Wellington if you wanted to try that out. If you got a piece like that, trim it up, square it off a little bit, maybe get a nice little 2-ounce or a 4-ounce fillet off of it. Those are probably about 4 ounces. And then the last one might be a little bit light, but then on to the smaller one. This one has a little bit more stuff on it, maybe a little bit of a different color as well as a different shade of red. Then remember, make sure you're using a sharp knife, especially when you're cutting up meat. And then just be very careful with it. Tendons can be pretty hard to cut through as well. So just make sure you're being very careful with it. Thankfully, I haven't nicked myself that much. So here you have it. All done. You got about 12 to 15 pieces of chunks, a bowl of trimmings that you can clean up a little bit, and then let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Playing with it a little bit, trying to form it up. And 5. It's a very tender piece of meat. There's not much to these things, guys. Flavored up your meat for these guys. And then I think there's one more. Yeah, 6 fillets.